My name is Irvin Jackson. I'm the Director for Mississippi Seafood Marketing. What we do is promote our seafood in the state and nationally. Today we're at the Crawfish Festival here in Biloxi, Mississippi. It's a very good venue to meet people, let them know about our seafood and that it's safe and it's healthy, the most tested seafood in the world. We'll be serving 3 samples of our boiled Gulf shrimp. They're extremely tasty and probably habit forming. 2 years ago we had the oil spill occur. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what would happen. As things went along and they got the well capped, we began to see, thank God, that the effects weren't near as bad as we were afraid they might be. The seafood is safe, we know, because we test the water, we test the bottom, we test the different species. These tests are evaluated. They come back passing with flying colors. Some people still have it in their minds that, you know, there's something wrong with the Gulf Coast or the seafood or something. And we're out to dispel that. BP agreed to provide us funds to further our marketing efforts to support the fact that our seafood is safe. I have seen public opinion changing. I see the future for Gulf seafood is very bright. Our shrimp and our oyster and crab and finfish, they're raised by Mother Nature, caught by our fishermen, and come to you as a very high quality product because it's the best you can get.
Hello, and thank you for coming back to Retire Coast. We're showing you here a Deer Island, and it's from the harbor over at the Golden Nugget. And all of that in the background there across from the harbor is Deer Island. It's a long, narrow island. There are lots of trees on it, and it's fairly dense on the inside. We're coming to the point now where it's about the widest, and that's where you can camp on the other side, or the south side, if you will, right about here. And you can have a fire at night. You can have a tent there, and it's absolutely free. You can stay for a week. There's no charge at all. You need to get someone to take you over there, or just get a kayak. Rent a kayak and just paddle right over. This is a little bit on the wide part here between the boats and the island, but as you go toward the right, which we are now, it's going to get narrower and narrower. In fact, if you leave from the Beau Rivage, it's very narrow over there. And this is where you would dock. If you want to dock, if you're with a kayak, you just pull right up on the beach. But you can see it's very nice. There's no electricity, there's no services over there, but it's a beautiful place to go. Thanks for coming.
Why you should move to Biloxi, Mississippi. Well, one of the reasons I think people, would be deterred from wanting to move to Biloxi, Mississippi is going to be the opportunity for really good jobs. The opportunities here are not going to be the same opportunities that you may find in a large metropolitan area such as Houston or Atlanta. Big industry and where you see a lot of professionals here is going to be the casinos. You've got quite a bit of engineering and stuff going on between Ingalls Shipbuilding and Stennis Space Center. You've got your hospitals, obviously. Aside from that, here it's a lot of small towns, small family businesses that are really doing well. But if you're looking for somewhere to advance professionally, up the ranks, Mississippi might not be it. This is something to think about before you make your move to Mississippi. You want to understand what profession is it you're going to go after, and what is the likelihood that you can land that position here in Biloxi. So number 2, why I think people would be deterred from moving to Biloxi, Mississippi, is going to be the casinos. We do have a lot of tourists who come into town and they enjoy going to the casinos, walking up and down the beaches after they leave. But for us locals, the casinos are really some of the only things to do around here. There's not a ton of adult attractions, that you would find in other beach towns such as, Destin, Florida, or Orange Beach. We don't have large theme parks or anything like that nearby. to kill time. So for a younger person like myself, who moved here from Tampa, Florida, it was a major change of pace coming from a big city to Biloxi, Mississippi. Now we are starting to see a lot of revitalization in the downtown Biloxi area, so I do think some of this is starting to change. But for the time being, our adult entertainment is subpar, in my opinion. So number 3, living on the Gulf Coast, naturally, we've got a ton of seafood restaurants. And we do have a good bit of other restaurants that you can choose from, but the majority of what you're going to find out here is, oysters, crabs, shrimp. And if you're not a big seafood fan, you may struggle to find some nicer dining facilities that you actually enjoy. A lot of our fine dining is going to be found in the casinos. And again, not everybody really wants to be in the casinos. So food options for me, coming from a big city, I feel like living in Biloxi now, is not as great as some other areas of the country that I've visited.
In 1810, Biloxi's population was counted at just 420. A year later, after a century of French, British, and Spanish rule, Mississippi became the 20th state in the Union, and Biloxi began to grow. As Biloxi became a popular summer resort, the Mississippi Gulf Coast became known as the American Riviera. By mid-century, Biloxi had become the most important of the Gulf Coast's resort towns. Then, in 1861, Mississippi seceded from the United States. The Civil War had begun. After the war, recovery along the Gulf Coast was slow, but picked up momentum with the arrival of the railroad in the 1870s. Tourists began to return, and distant markets were opened up for a burgeoning new industry, seafood. By 1904, Biloxi was known as the seafood capital of the world. With the demand for labor high, Polish, Acadian French, and Slavic workers came to work in Biloxi's seafood industry. As the seafood and timber industries boomed, this rich mix of cultures was joined by Greeks, Irish, Italians, African Americans, and after the late 1970s, Vietnamese. A wide variety of traditions were born of this diversity. Through the decades, many cultural organizations have regularly held celebrations with contests, food, music, and dance. Mardi Gras, the oldest and most popular celebration, began in 1891. It was held sporadically until 1908, when it became an annual event, with the crowning of the first king, d'Iberville, and Queen Ixalib, Biloxi spelled backwards.
I've known Mardi Gras all my life, and we were always getting prepared. And then on Tuesday morning is when all the excitement and fun began. My daddy would get up at the crack of dawn, we'd load his car, and then he would go out to the boat for King d'Iberville Landing. And then of course my mother and my sister and I, we were in charge of the maids and the queen.
For many years, the Biloxi Firemen's Parade, now known as the Biloxi Firefighters' Day Parade, was Biloxi's second most popular event. In 1888, with Biloxi's seafood industry thriving, the first schooner races were held. The races, a weekly event, gained national attention and were held until 1933. Overflow crowds cheered from the Biloxi Yacht Club as the White-Winged Queens vied for the winning prize, a keg of beer. From 1922 to 1934, the Biloxi Elks Club sponsored a 4th of July celebration that featured bathing beauty contests and sailing races. Sailing regattas were held throughout the summer, some lasting for several days. As in antebellum days, hotels offered boat excursions up the rivers and to the islands, aboard boats like the Pan American Clipper, and later the catboat Gigi, designed and built by Henry Fountain of Biloxi. In the 1950s, Biloxi eccentric John R. Guillotte, known as the Hermit of Deer Island, would row out to meet the excursion boat Sailfish, where he would serenade the tourists on board. Since 1929, the annual blessing of the fleet has been held at the beginning of the shrimping season. As the decorated boats pass in parade, the Catholic priest blesses each one and prays for the safety of the fishermen and for a good catch. And since 1948, the annual deep-sea fishing rodeo has attracted anglers from all over the coast to compete for cash prizes. During the early 20th century, Biloxi continued to grow. Electricity, a street railway system, and telephone service were added. A paved highway was built along the beach, and in 1928, a new seawall was dedicated. More hotels were constructed as tourism increased. After World War II, Biloxi once again became a popular vacation destination. Keesler Army Airfield had survived demobilization to become Keesler Air Force Base, and as other bases closed, Keesler's population grew. Engineers transformed Highway 90 into a 4-lane highway, and at the same time, sand was pumped from the Sound to form a 300-foot sloping beach as a buffer to the seawall. The white sand beach quickly became a tourist attraction for those coming in droves on the new superhighway. New motels, restaurants, and nightclubs sprang up along the beachfront.
My most vivid memory of coming down that beach highway was on a Saturday night, and it was sheer lights. It was the Broadway of Mississippi. There were so many places. Music abounded here on the coast.
Two well-known spots were Gus Stevens Seafood Restaurant and Lounge and the Cabana Beach Motel's Fiesta Lounge. Stevens booked big-name entertainers, and some entertainers who were relatively unknown at the time.
The first star that I really remember was Dave Gardner. He was sort of the Southern Lenny Bruce. He, in his heyday, would draw more people into the nightclub than any other performer. There was standing room only when Dave performed. There were others like Mamie Van Doren and Jerry Van Dyke and Jane Mansfield, of course, and then Gene Warren, the Four Mints. So there are a lot of people that actually started on the coast here. There are many singing groups that began with Dad. Tex Ritter sang at Dad's restaurant, Mickey Gilley, Elvis Presley. Actually, Dad met him and told him he would never make it in the business.
Size Place, an inland nightclub popular with the locals, brought in Hank Williams Sr., the just-beginning Elvis Presley, and Jerry Lee Lewis, who, in keeping with his onstage style, practically tore up the piano. During this time, Jimmy Love Jr. began marketing his White House and Buena Vista hotels as potential convention centers. Others followed his lead, and Biloxi became a convention destination as well as a mecca for tourists. Then, in 1969, Hurricane Camille wrought destruction on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. In the wake of the storm, the people picked themselves up and began to rebuild. Biloxi's economy recovered slowly until 1992, when the state of Mississippi legalized dockside gaming, igniting the biggest economic boom in Biloxi's history. Then, in August 2005, Hurricane Katrina brought all of that to a standstill. Katrina hit the Mississippi Gulf Coast with high winds, heavy rains, and a 26.5-foot storm surge, causing massive damage to the area and killing 53 people. 5,000 businesses and homes in Biloxi were destroyed. As they had throughout history, the people of Biloxi would gather the strength to rebuild. The Beau Rivage reopened just 1 year to the day after Katrina. Today, Biloxi is once again a major vacation destination, offering a wealth of outdoor activities, outstanding seafood, and casino gambling.
Welcome to Biloxi.
Everyone knew that election was rigged. Voter fraud, pure and simple. And I screamed it to the top of my lungs. Also, O'Keefe's tax payments were highly irregular, something that should have disqualified him and Swansea from running in the first place. I wasn't going to give up City Hall, not without a fight. In fact, O'Keefe tried to get 200 men to force me out of office. But did he really think I wouldn't catch wind of his plan? I thought to myself, let's see him run Biloxi without the banks and tax rolls. So I hid them.
And that little stunt cost you $100 and a contempt charge. But I was proud that you never gave up. Even ran and won again in '51. But you know, after so many campaigns, I can tell you that politics is dirty.
Oh, hell, it's all water under the bridge anyway. And life goes on. And it was just as good after politics. My time at Foster Fountain Packing Company was just as well spent as my time over at People's Bank. Of course, I still kept my hand in local goings-on, and we lived it up. If I recall, our house over on Beach Boulevard was always filled with friends and extended family, and we loved our vacations in New Orleans and the weekends there.
Especially the horse races and shopping in the French Quarter. Those were the days, our days. The light went out for me when you left this world in 1972. Just too many years to spend without you. I left this world in 1977 and we rest together in Southern Memorial Park. You know, that's the problem with finding your soulmate. There comes a day when you must part.
Oh, honey, I never really left you. After all, how could I? I'm your heart.
Now, y'all don't tell my husband, but John O'Keefe is right over there.
I don't know if you heard this guy just down here from me. He claims to have a lot of heart, but if you ask me, I'd say he took one on the chin. Phytop aura infestin. Have you ever heard that term? Phytop aura infestin. That is a pathogen or a microfungus that attacks a plant through the leaf, and it goes down through the tuber, attacking the root of the plant and killing it. It was only discovered 15 years ago, but it was determined that this pathogen is what caused the potato famine in the 1840s in Ireland. Ireland was populated with 8 million people, and over a 6-year period, 1 million people died and 1 million people migrated away because of famine, starvation, and poverty. Welcome. I am John Aloysius O'Keefe, born February 24th, 1891. My grandfather was Edward O'Keefe. We called him Ned. He was from Bencher Parish, County Tipperary, Ireland. And he migrated to the Port of New Orleans in the mid-1850s with his wife, Mary Tracy. They lived a couple of years in New Orleans and then ultimately made their way over to Ocean Springs. You see, Ned was a teamster in the drayage business or hauling business, and people used to travel to Ocean Springs to bathe in the natural artesian well water that flowed up out of the ground in different parts of the city because it was touted. I served the people in World War II in North Africa, and I served the people of Mississippi, but I'm most proud of being from the coast and serving the people of Biloxi. Why, even my nephew, Jeremiah Joseph Jerry O'Keefe III, later ran for the state legislature and then served 2 terms as mayor of the city of Biloxi. So I'd have to say, if there's a common trait among the O'Keefes from Ireland, I'd say it's a strong work ethic and a desire to serve the citizens of the communities in which we live. Thank you very much.
We finally made it back down here to Biloxi. We're going on a guided trip with Travis Page, going coastal charters. We're going after sheephead, redfish, and trout today. We're going to see what he can put us on.
It's a net, please.
Right there. Ow, the claws got me.
They ain't got claws.
Looking right in the back of the tail. Come up to the bottom. Right in the back of the tail and go up?
Yeah. In this first little segment.
Look, let out enough line. You want your hook about as long as the pole, almost to this gray area right in there. That's the length of the line. You don't, and then you can forget about the reel. Sometimes they like 3 or 4 foot down. Sometimes they're 6 or 8. So you just ease it down really slow. And look, they're gonna start tapping. You're gonna see it tapping. Let it tap until that rod loads up. When it loads up, just set the hook. Just look, just ease it down, hold it at like different increments.
That's when I'll get that one.
Back side of it?
Yeah.
Yep, they're gonna be out of the current. Y'all can't do that. Load up, you'll feel it. You'll feel him loaded up. Better than you did. I did it. Just wait till that rod bows over and goes into the water. This is where that
Dump those
autopilot.
back in.
This is where that button.
Yeah.
Maddie, will you get that net?
Our first flounder trip of the year, 2024. Right on Mardi Gras. You about to kill it, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Once we walk up on a flounder, we'll put it on video. Alright, y'all, so flounders love to hang out right next to these poles. You know why? You can see all these bait. Bait brings in fish. Alright, we should be walking up to a flounder any minute now. Look at all this bait. Look at all of these bait.
So pretty.
Yeah. About to see a flounder in a second, watch. First I thought that was a flounder. We're gonna see one. With this bait right here, with these bait, we're gonna see a flounder. Shit, I saw a redfish one time. Stabbed his ass too. Look, here's a print. Look. See this print right here?
Wait, where?
Right here, right in front of my light. See him?
Oh, he's going that way.
Yep. We'll find him.
Okay.
That means they're around here. There's another print on the other side right there. We'll find them. Come on, let's walk this side first. And we're gonna walk the other side.
You stay right by me.
You walk this side first.
Yeah, just in case you can find one. Is that another print?
Yeah, oh yeah, that is another print. See? Stab it just in case. Yep, so you still remember how to stab it, right?
Right up the top of the bill.
Yep, put your, put the gig right in front, in top of his head and go straight down, right? That way you don't miss. Alright?
I need to agree.
Y'all stay tuned. Once we see one, I'll get it on video for y'all. Right here, right in front of my light. See him? See the eyes? No, 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 no. The light's right here. Look, shine your light. You see him? Yeah, see the eyeballs? There you go. Right there. Good job, Natalie. That's my baby right there. Natalie, look at me. First flounder 2024, huh?
Yeah.
You did an awesome job there, girl. You know that?
Yeah, I was waiting.
All right, hold on. Let me look. Let me look around here. Usually there's some hanging around them. You know? You know what I mean? See this print's right here. See? It's the print right in front of me. Hold on, okay? I just gotta do a little. We always gotta do a little scout right around where we stabbed the first flounder. Cause they hang around near each other.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to get them up for you, and then
I just want to make sure I stab one all the way.
Yeah, you good. I got you, baby.
Okay.
Even if you miss, it's just a learning experience.
Yeah, because this is my first time
digging
in 2000.
You didn't see it when I put them out to you, huh?
Yeah, because it was a little cloudy.
Yeah, it's okay. I put it back out to you.
Yeah.
All right, hold it, okay? I'll tell you when to lift up. Oh, dang. Wow, it's so cold. Hold down, hold down. All right. Lift up slow. All right. First flounder this year. All right, can you hold the spear for me? Right there, the pointy part. No, like grab it with your whole hand. Oh. Yeah, like that. Hold it tight. All right. All right, now I'm going to hold it. Okay? Now, undo your spear. Undo your stringer.
Where's the pointy part?
Right there. Undo your stringer.
I lost the pointy part.
Alright. Let you string it up, okay? Gotta teach you how to do it. It's okay. It's okay. Nah, it's okay. It's waterproof.
Okay. I got the...
Alright. Grab that pointy. You know how to do it? Stick it through the mouth.
Through the mouth and put it through the chin.
Perfect. Smart girl. There you go. Stab right through the chin. Not my hand, though. Ow!
I'm sorry.
It's okay, baby. But you did good.
Got it.
Alright. Pull it through. Pull it through. Pull it more. Alright. Now this is what you're going to do. Now, one hand hold your spear. There we go. How you get it out? There you go. That's the only way you can get him out.
Yeah.
Got him out yet?
He's a little slippery.
It's okay.
Got him.
There you go. Good job, Natalie.
Oh, goodness.
You ready to go for
Wait, let me string this.
You ready to go find the second one?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go look for another one.
Okay, folks, a little bit about buying seafood in Biloxi, Mississippi. This is quality poultry and seafood. We're at the corner of Division Street and Calumet. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And if you come to the coast to vacation, swing by here before you go home. Have a ice chest with some ice in it, and they've got some good stuff. I'll try to take some video inside. This isn't seafood, but boy, it looks good. And that's not seafood either.
Okay, here we go. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're at the Beau Rivage. Where are you? We're in Biloxi, Mississippi, where it's cold outside. Man, Thanksgiving's cold, but it's sunny. It's a cold breeze. Just walked down to the Hard Rock. Now I'm in the lobby of the Beau Rivage, and it's Thanksgiving. They had a wonderful buffet breakfast from 6 till 11, I guess, and then a few minutes before 11, people start lining up like crazy for the turkey buffet. I think it's $20 or $25 a piece with a mimosa or something. Anyway, it has been nonstop. It is 1:30 now. It's been nonstop people trying to get into this turkey buffet, and we're not eating till probably 4 o'clock. I sure hope they have something left for us. Goodness gracious. I mean, I can't imagine how many turkeys they've gone through. Everybody piled their plates up at a buffet. I mean, you're not kidding. I can't tell you how much food I had on mine, and I ate about a third of it. I didn't eat the whole Krispy Kreme, however. It was the chocolate-covered round thing with the white cream inside. Boy, was it good. Happy Thanksgiving, 2009. Bob's out playing golf. I sure hope he's having a good time.
Like, with the sleep paralysis thing, the scariest one was like, I was laying down in my bed, but I couldn't move. But the scary part was, I felt like something got in the bed with me, and it was pitch black in my room, and I felt that, and I couldn't turn back. You know what I mean? I was shook, and I was even scared to look back. Like I didn't even want to see what was, you know what I mean? There.
Yeah. Well, that was the
had those experiences, bro.
You throw the cover on your head, be like, fuck, I don't want to see it, but it's something in this motherfucker. Hopefully it don't grab my ass.
And you know, it's crazy though. After I moved from there, I've never experienced that shit again, bro. I swear to God, something's in that house, in that room. I don't even like going there to visit.
There's certain spots, man.
Yeah,
especially Mississippi, man. We one of the 100 states around this motherfucker.
Ooh, yeah, rock and roll graveyard in this bitch. You already know, man.
Yeah, they got that hayride, the rock and roll graveyard. They just dropped me off out there.
They got a hayride now over there? Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm not doing that shit.
Fuck that. Because that's a real like
country.
Fuck no. That's in the real country, and it's also
the real rock and roll
really supposed to be haunted though. That's not like a regular maze or anything. Like that shit's like actually haunted.
It's a real, that shit real.
Like they've had ghost crews over there. Like like people like they have ghost crews. You could probably find it on YouTube. People like just look it up, rock and roll graveyard. You'll see ghost crews investigating. And I've always heard rumors, but I never personally went there. Justin's crazy ass did, but I didn't.
I remember they tried to get us all to go to rock and roll graveyard. I'm like, man, I'm not playing with the supernatural.
They'll see a figure walking by the window and nobody's in the house.
Yeah, right now we're at Beauvoir, trying to either debunk or prove some of the stories that we've heard from the soldier that marches constantly trying to find the war, sightings of Jefferson Davis, to the point that one guest had come in and said that she did not appreciate him, or the enactor, fussing at her for stepping in the garden. And they had no enactor here that day. There are also stories of almost like a sonic boom, but it's more felt than heard, that they honestly think could be just echoes of maybe cannon shot. And we're here to see if we can find anything, prove it, debunk it, whichever way it goes.
Sitting out there about sundown and just watching over and seeing the little apparitions coming through.
We depend completely on infrared cameras, and that is video. We have some infrared handhelds. We do audio. It's not unusual to do 2,000 to 3,000 photographs for a single investigation. So there's a lot of after work that you have to go over and just see if you can correlate evidence, like personal experiences, like I saw, heard, smelled, and if we can actually catch it on video to where it's correlated, it actually helps us prove or debunk whether something actually happened.
The back door would open up, and knowing darn good well I secure it because I make sure it clicks so it doesn't open when the front door would open, and it would open on me a couple times a day.
We have been trying to get into Beauvoir for literally 10 years, and this is the first time any paranormal group has ever been allowed on the property, and we are excited beyond belief, and we honestly feel very honored to be allowed in here. It's just a living piece of history. I honestly think waiting to tell a story.
Paranormal, August 8th, 2014, and we are currently at the cemetery at Beauvoir.
If you could answer a yes question to try and change the color of that light, it will not harm you. Are you able to just get close to it and we can show you, and if you do change the color, then we'll know someone is here with us? is anyone here, could you please tell us your name? We do have a device that can record your voice, even though we might not be able to hear you. We can listen to it later. We'd definitely like to know who is here.
Here we go. I feel like he's talking to us. Like he's just chatterboxing. Like there's a conversation going on.
We're here to tell your story.
Touch it?
Yeah, it's on my ear. I'm not kidding.
What happened?
I'm trying to film right now. Like on my ear, I said, if you have my permission to touch me, and I sat here and then I felt something go like this. I thought maybe it was my hair, but my hair's tucked all behind this. And it did like this on the back side of my ear.
It's a little bit cooler.
Mm-hmm, sure is. Or if you want, can you make a really, really, really loud noise that we can all hear? There's a lot of noise down here, so you'll have to make it loud. You hear that? That would sound like a piece of wood slamming. Like,
I'm here.
what I heard came from right over here. Was that you? If it was, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to communicate with us.
I guess I saw, the look on my face. It was, it was kind of freaky.
So tell me again what just happened?
I was thinking in my head, because I remember what Scott had said about the little boy in the cemetery. So I was thinking in my head, are you the little boy that plays in the cemetery? And the light changed color. And so the girls, around me, they said, did you just ask it a question in your mind and it answered it? And I was like, yeah. It was weird.
Halloween may be over, but paranormal activity can occur any place at any time. News 25's Sabria Reed met with Coliseum staff who say they've experienced ghost-like activity while working. Here's more from Brian Butler and security video to back up his claims that the Coliseum is haunted.
I've seen shadows throughout the property on the security cameras.
Are there ghosts lurking in the Coast Coliseum? Well, some staff seem to think so. Brian Butler, IT director for the multi-purpose arena, shares his personal experience.
There was a ball of light, some people call them orbs, that came from the ceiling. It moved around the table like it was moving from chair to chair, and then it came over and floated around, stopped right in front of me, and it then shot into my body.
Butler isn't the only one. Overnight security staff describe experiencing apparitions, shadows, and hearing disembodied voices in the arena, convention center, and out on the grounds. After watching an episode of Ghost Hunters in the summer of 2021, Butler contacted the nationally recognized TV show for proof
What is
of the
moving up there, man?
paranormal.
Look at it! It's pulsating. Yeah. What's going on in there?
The Ghost Hunters team replied and started their investigation.
Ghost Hunters is very scientific, and they weren't here to make believe. They were here to prove it right or wrong.
The Coliseum was built in 1977, but what was on the land prior to the beachfront facility?
And that it was an orphanage, and before that, it was part of the Jeff Davis home that's just across the street here. If there is paranormal activity in this building, then it's not demonic. It's not negative energy. If anything, we coexist.
If you want to watch season 15, episode 5, called Cursed Coliseum, check out the Travel Channel on Saturday, November 12th at 6 p.m. or on Discovery Plus streaming. In Biloxi, I'm Sabria Reed with WXXV, the place for news.
I'm on the outside, I'm looking in. I can see through you, see your true colors. Inside you're ugly like